Welcome to Spam Filter for Your Brain, bite-sized ponderings on how our thoughts influence our behaviour and our lives, and because we're all connected, how our thoughts impact the world. I'm here to help people reconnect with their bodies and declutter their brains. And I don't believe that we should just magically know how our emotions and our thoughts impact our lives if no one ever teaches us. So let's learn this stuff together. This week, I wanted to speak to you about how we scam ourselves with the idea of just quickly. A lot of us struggle with time management quite simply because we have so many things on our plate and so many things that we need to hold all the time. And it can be really tempting that if something pops up, we're just going to deviate from the plan and do the thing which looks like it might frankly give us a little dopamine hit that is going to take us away from all of the boring stuff. And we're going to get that sense of achievement from having got something done. I have spoken about this on previous podcasts, but when you make a plan for your day, the only way that I have ever experienced to not feel overwhelmed and get caught up in feeling like we're drowning with how many things we have to hold the whole time is to make a plan ahead of time. And when we make a plan ahead of time, the solid rule is that you have to stick to it. Now, when you come to a task in hand, your brain is always going to give you a whole load of options as to things that are going to feel nicer, be easier to do, all of the reasons you shouldn't do it, wondering if maybe you should go and check social media, maybe wonder what's in the cupboard, just go and finish off that little task over there that you meant to get on with last week and didn't get round to. Your brain is designed to try and conserve energy, avoid danger, and seek pleasure. Now, quite often, there's a whole load of manual, like repetitive tasks that don't have a lot of seeking pleasure in, and actually doing something hard is going to be received by your brain as dangerous, and exerting energy on having to push through and do something you don't want to do, we are working against biology to try and get our to-do list done a lot of the time. So your brain's going to come up with a whole load of excuses as to why you can't do that thing. And it's not trying to work against you. It's quite simply the same methodology that has kept us alive as a species up until now. But it does not know that we are in a cost of living crisis. And actually, your email inbox is quite fundamental to our survival right now, or whatever else you might be doing. And so we can distract ourselves with this idea of, oh, I'll just do that thing for a little minute. I'll just go and get that thing done. It won't take long. And quite often when we are in a moment of trying to avoid something that we're not really enjoying very much, our idea of how long something is going to take is not going to be very accurate. And our brain is not going to look for that because it secretly knows. It's trying to keep you away from all of the boring things, and which it reads often as dangerous things. So this is your reminder that once you have something in your diary and your calendar, to stick to the task in hand, and then you can look at the things after you finish that. I have a whole course I teach on work-life balance, and I have a little workshop that I held called You Know What to Do, So Why Aren't You Doing It, which was looking at some of the reasons why we procrastinate on things. And I also have a workshop called Get the Damn Thing Done, and that is looking at time blocking and time management for various different tasks. And if you would like to learn how to make sure that you can get all of the things that you need to get done in a day without feeling a sense of overwhelm, I, as a person who runs 3 businesses and really feels like I don't have time, can show you the thing that works for me. It's probably not the only way, but as a disabled person with an energy limiting condition, there's very rarely that I feel like I'm so overwhelmed that I can't get the stuff done. And if I can do it, I'm sure that some of the things that I have to share might be useful for you. So this week is just a short reminder to just notice where you're catching yourself, trying to trick yourself out of your to-do list with a bit of dopamine, and know that you are probably not making a very good assessment as to how long a task is going to take when your brain starts telling you things like, it's just going to be a minute, I'm just going to dip over here, because that is the way that you find yourself 45 minutes into Instagram wondering where the day went. If this has been useful, There are a whole load of resources that are in the show notes here. I would love to support you more with time management so you can feel less overwhelmed and get more of the stuff that you want done, not just the stuff that is essential on your to-do list, but free up more energy so that you've got more time for the things that you love in life. If you would like that too, there's links in my show notes, and I will speak to you next week. If you've been enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast, you will love Self-Care School. Self-Care School is longer versions of this, more in-depth and more personalised. We have a whole hub of courses from body image to boundaries, perfectionism, time management, and a whole range of other topics. You name it, there's probably a course on it. But most importantly, we also have a weekly group coaching call where you get to apply this stuff to your everyday life and get support to try and untangle your own story from some of the emotions that you might not be enjoying in your life. If you would like to learn how to apply this work to your specific situation and to be building a life of your dreams, I would love to see you inside. Do pop over to selfcareschool.co.uk.